All right, what's good, YouTube? I'm live. So, what was like the live screening, special screening rather. It was yesterday. So I'm hearing good reports. So a lot of people enjoyed it. Some of the people I seen said they enjoyed it, but they couldn't go get too much into it. But that's but the sentiment is that James Gunn did his thing in this movie, right? You might have few people maybe didn't like it, but that's what art is subjective, though, right? That's okay, but but then you had the ones like the Snyder Bros, whoever, putting out false narratives, misleading stuff, untrue statements, right? Wanting to see this movie failed, all right, and which is crazy to me. You got middle-aged men going in rants, what's good, who else, and stuff, and like lying. So like, I mean, that's you expect that those that have credibility can be neutral, upfront, and honest. Those that don't, you know, have the credibility, yeah, they're honest. But like this Superman movie, from what I'm hearing, it's pretty good. I see it being compared to like the cartoon brought to the big screen, basically, which is good because the Superman animated cartoon was pretty good. And so like James Gunn was taking inspiration, all of this. People try to question James Gunn, right? I say, wait a minute. James Gunn is a genius though, as far as filmmaking, screenwriting. The guy responsible for the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. Other movies like Super, Sliver, right? You know, he did the Suicide Squad. So like other movies like be associated with Brightburn. So how can people actually question James Gunn? So remember, all these other podcasts out there that these guys have no passion for dealing with the comic book community whatsoever. Don't listen to them, right? You know, all they want to do is like bash Superman, know nothing about the character. I don't care how many right? Those the culture vultures, whatever. Don't even pay attention to them. I'm so I couldn't question James. I know he's coming from Marvel, but I believe right. Give us someone a fair share, right? Zack Snyder, those guys, they had their run. The DCEU had its run, and Warner Brothers decided to go, in a different direction. But sometimes Warner Brothers could get, in a way their own selves. I like the part of they broke it up into two separate companies. So James Gunn's decided to do this. You know what? He's gonna put it all on him with the Superman, though, right? And you can respect that, though, right? James Gunn said it's not the puzzle. It's not the puzzle, but this is a piece of the puzzle, though, right? And we all will get to see the movie soon, right? Because it's like right upon us. Some could be seen on the 8th, right? Some lucky ones on the 4th. Even way rare, even more lucky ones be able to see the special screening. What was it, like yesterday, whatever. But I plan on seeing it on the 10th of July. So we all better see this movie. But like people, stop going out and lying and say, people say I hear people saying, right, in certain Discord, right? I want to see this movie flop. They want to see the movie Superman fail so bad. Like, how bad is your life going? You want to see the movie? You just hope for something just to flop, right? Like that's kind of weird to me, you know. But yeah, with me, I'm gonna be honest as I can. I'm gonna give you my initial reaction to the movie when I see it, out the fit reaction, and then probably do another video breakdown of all this, whatever, right? Easter eggs, all that stuff. Me, I could be honest about something. If I don't like the movie, I'll tell you I don't like it. Even though I'm a diehard Superman fan, I didn't really like Quest for Peace. I just it didn't really have no passion behind it though, right? I could tell you that. So like I said, the movies right here. Soon we'll be able to see it, and I believe this put DC in a good headspace. Right, this movie right here. People say, "What if?" People are saying to me, "Oh, what if it fails? It flops?" And I'm saying to myself, you saying what if it flops, man? Your channel been flopped, right? I don't deal with too many what ifs, right? It's like, what if it doesn't? What about that, right? You feel me? So I me personally, I believe I said it. That it's gonna do 700 million, right? That's what I got it doing at least seven. I think it could get to 700 million. It's open domestic weekend. I think on the low end it probably be like 140 on the low end, I guess. But I can see it getting close to 200 million, close to it. Maybe not get there, but it could be close, like over 150, 60, 70 something million, right? I think global weekend it'll probably be around 300 million. I think it could get to that. And so I say get into that 700 though. Most likely it's definitely going to make its budget back cuz I'm hearing that the production budget 225 million, the marketing 200, but then marketing that also, you know, includes, what the merchandise. There's a lot of merchandising deals, so the marketing is gonna make the money. Like so, overall, with the marketing spent, I believe this movie's gonna generate like a bill, not necessarily for the box office, but like all the merchandise, all that stuff. Remember the Facebook where you got the skin in the Facebook and you got that bundle. So I think with everything associated with this movie and stuff, right? It's going to generate a billion. From you count the movie, the merchandising deals with the toys, all the other stuff, the food stuff, the Fortnite. I think it gets to that billion, right? And that's just my honest opinion. I believe it would do that though. This is a global icon. Someone had the nerve to tell me, right, that Harley Quinn is more relevant than Superman. Like, I'm like saying, you out your mind, really? Harley Quinn is more relevant than Superman? Are you serious? Yeah, because people cosplay or wear their costumes at Halloween is more relevant than Superman. Please, like that was kind of crazy. Oh yeah, so so when I reach let's say 300 subscribers, I would do a Superman movie giveaway ticket, right? So I'm at 267. So those so when I get to 300, I would do a movie ticket getaway. So basically, I would just email you the movie ticket code. So you just let me know what theater or whatever the case may be, right? And I'll just email you. I can just like do the email ticket thing, whatever, and I'll do that giveaway, right? So or set up a raffle, whatever. So once I hit 300 subscribers, movie ticket giveaway for Superman, right? You can check it out, and stuff like that. So yeah, good one, Joel. So I'm gonna do that movie ticket away when I get 300 subscribers. Appreciate you, Joel. So yeah, it's been a lot of misinformation about the Superman, so-called plot leaks and stuff. I don't believe none of that though, right? Whatever I'll find out when I see the movie though. But far as from the trailers I've seen, I mean, I can't wait. I like the range that this Superman actor David Corn Sweat has though, right? Well, if you look at the latest little teaser where Superman knows Luthor took the dog, right? So it probably happened. We remember when they came to that fortress and stuff. So they probably captured Crypto and whatever, and he's in that like little prison though, right? Where you see Metamorpho, the upper prisons, whatever. So where you see Superman's trying to go there and get him there, he winds up getting captured because like Metamorpho could create elements. He made that element of kryptonite, so that was sort of keeping Superman down. And those armored dudes there, if you've been paying attention, like in that scene, those are called Raptors though. So just to let you know. But this movie, like, I'm not surprised that from the early screenings, that the special screening, I'm not surprised that a lot like it went over well and stuff, right? But that doesn't matter, right? What matters is your opinion. Go out, support the movie, watch the movie. It don't matter if you pre-order a ticket right now, 2 weeks ago, long as you go and watch the movie when you can watch the movie, right? And stuff like that. So I recommend bringing the family to go ahead and watch the movie and stuff. And don't necessarily listen to naysayers. A lot of times, right? Well, not a lot of times, but like artists subjective. Like some people might say, "Oh, I didn't like this movie, this and that." You never know a person's agenda why they say they like or dislike this movie. But sometimes you have to go and watch it for yourself and do that and like even if you don't like Superman, you watch the movie. Just don't say, "Oh, because you don't like Superman, I'm gonna say the movie's trash." Just be honest and fair, right? And why you don't like it or why you do like it and stuff. Because like one thing, like I know for me, I want to have credibility in this, right? So people could take me serious. There's a lot of people doing these podcasts you can't just take serious though, right? Because they'll let their bias why they don't like something affect them, and that's they'll base they take because I don't like this character and stuff like that. And and they do polls and stuff. What they have a skew or they do polls, so that's kind of whack to me. But like I said, if that anything you're gonna do, be fair about something, and give the reason why you like and dislike. And a lot of times I see people just piggyback off what another person said, and I always didn't like that. I stand by principle. So if I don't like something, sorry, the movie or media, whatever, I'm gonna tell you why I don't like it and stuff like that. So far what I'm hearing from Superman, like it's basically like the comic book come to life though on the big screen. So I like that part because I'm an avid comic book collector, especially with DC. Damn sure, especially with Superman. But I collect other stuff from DC Comics, as you know, right? If you ever interact with me, yeah, definitely like the DC. And I'm always posting those people. People was getting so mad because I kept posting stuff about Superman. It was like they was hating on that. I said, damn, how so many people want to like hate on Superman though? That was crazy. Like, wow. I mean, it was crazy though. Like, I never really like seen that though. People not liking Superman that much, right? They say, "Oh, you like this white man, this and that," but you like Batman, right? Both of them white. It'd be crazy though. But I grew up watching Superman, like as a kid and collecting comics as a teenager. So, and I still got a lot of these comic books and stuff too. I still got the Death of Superman comic, all of that, right? And like Superman is definitely a part of pop culture, right? He's an icon, right? That's been around for over 80 years. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I'm always going to support Superman. It's a hero. Where the morality of the hero, something the kids can look up to and stuff, right? And it's not a degrading hero though. If you really look at it. Now, I'm not talking about the Injustice Superman. I'm talking about the mainline Superman, like the morals and what he stood for. So just imagine this all powerful godlike alien being coming to protect the earth, not subjugate the earth under his will and sovereign power, right? But to fit in and be like one of us to help out and do help those out because it was the right thing to do. So you look at all these off-brand like Superman characters, like the Omni Mans, the Supremes, the Homelanders. You know, it has the guise of Superman, but it's just really it's like he like own like it's like dictators though, right? Really, that's really what they are. But this movie, is not a planet punching Superman. It's a vulnerable Superman that can be beat. But even with that said, he gets right back up and continues to do the best he can do to do the right thing. So I think with this, with all these tropes, like from Silver Age and stuff, something associated with this movie, I think this is gonna be the biggest comic book movie in 2025. And I know like Marvel probably didn't have that great of a showing from Captain America, Thunderbolts, and I think it's gonna be a much bigger movie than Fantastic Four, though, right? Fantastic Four is just living off the hype of the MCU of past, right? Whatever. not the work that they actually put in the movie theaters. All right, so this man is so I'm gonna take this movie. This Superman movie will be greater than Man of Steel. You know, this movie will be greater than Superman Returns. This movie will be greater than all the other Supermans except for Superman 1 and 2. So I won't put it above that because Christopher Reeves, he set the tone for Superman, right? What it is to be Superman, he set that tone and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put him on a different pedestal, Christopher Reeves though, right? So yeah, but yeah, I expect this to do great things in Superman movie, right? Great, you know. Yeah, I know I'm biased because I'm a Superman fan, but all the trailers to I've seen, I enjoyed them, right? You know, it's and so like no one's cannot tell me why the Superman movie's gonna do bad, right? Outside you wanting to do bad, you know. So like I said, I've been on podcasts when they just bash Superman. I'm like saying, that's all you can do. It's just yeah, right. You know what I'm saying, well, exactly. Was trailers was dope. See, like I've been on podcasts, right? Um, where they all they do is just bash Superman. So I like saying that. I mean, that's the best you can do. Just it's gonna be a bash Superman to find. And like I really don't like doing podcasts with non-passionate people about comic books because it's really a waste of my time. But I'm a do a comic breakdown Monday coming up of Absolute Batman #9 where they introduce Bane. We start a new storyline. Oh yeah, we know Rick and Von are haters, right? I mean, that is true, right? Rick, he hates a lot on Superman. He's not a DC. He likes Batman, but he's not a DC fan. He doesn't fit the qualifications of a DC fan, right? So yeah, so Rick definitely fraudulent podcast to say the least, right? We just gonna say that though, right? No, but yeah, the Superman movie, like I'm telling you, like with any movie, just go and see the movie and just give an honest, fair review of it. That's all I could tell you, though, right? You don't have to like it, but at least be honest and fair why you don't like it, though, right? And stuff. Don't come like, oh, I'm already. No matter what, I'm gonna just dislike this movie. It's people that's on. It's like from the Snyder Bros, right, or girls, whatever. If they're gonna try to review bomb, like Superman movie, because they said they would. That was the thing. Like they try to you know, try to like act like they're the queue on to buy the movie and don't purchase them yet. So the real fans can't purchase the movies, right? That's like crazy to going overboard, right? And it's a lot of these guys that want to admit it. Like look at Tyrone Magnus, like he's another one. Like you two, how he be? Like, you like 48. So like, I mean, come on, like so. I'm like saying, enjoy what you enjoy. If you don't want to see a Superman movie, hey, by all means, that is your right as a consumer not to. But me personally, I'm going to see the Superman movie. Lord willing, I'm going to see the movie. Yeah, like, he definitely is. Like so, like these guys try to act like, oh, they're gonna call it down the middle. You know, these guys gonna be trying to call it down the middle, and people want to nitpick so much. Let a movie be a movie, right? Enjoy the movie with all its flaws and all, right? And so like, are we nitpicking so much that you can't enjoy a movie? Come on. Especially it's based off a comic book. So yeah, so that's why I don't get people. So like you said, if you want real honest take on a movie, even though I'm a big time Superman fan, so I'm gonna tell you what it is, right? Because I stand on principle and I want credibility for what I'm doing, being a content creator. So I have no choice but to be fair and honest with my audience, you know, because I don't care about trying to get all these thousands of subs. I'd rather be looked at as somebody credible and you could take serious with it, that has principle. Then right, all the subs down the line that'll come, right? But for us being principled and I'm being honest and fair, upright, you know what I'm saying? You would always want to have that from day one, though, right? You always want to have that because too many people you see them like change tunes. I remember like guy Crap Gamer used to be diehard Xbox, went to PlayStation, now he try to come back to Xbox, whatever, right? Nah, what you see is what you get with me, though, right? I'm not gonna jump ship this and that. Superman. and DC Comics. That that's where I stand at, right? That's what I believe in, right there, Sister Kate. Like always felt DC was better than Marvel, and I hold true to that, and I believe that. But it does not mean I can't be fair when when I see a Marvel movie. So yeah, I would. Yeah, I know, right? We don't flip flop over here. We keep it real. We stand on business. You know what I'm saying? Who else? We stand on business over here. And here's the thing: like I mean, I'm gonna have a super large audience, but I could just go live and just talk about comics, Superman. I could just do that on my own, right? If I want, just what I'm saying, do that though. But I'm willing to share the knowledge that I accumulated over the years of being avid DC fan, comic book. So, like you said, I'm gonna be doing a breakdown on this episode of Batman. But like as far as comics, forget even if you're not a Superman fan, it's a lot of good comics that's out. You get Transformers, GI Joe. It's something in the Marvel you could collect. Image, Dark Horse. So it's you got manga, like so it's a lot that you could go and read and stuff. So everything like Superman, what he did for comics, how he started off, right? It did everything branched out from after that, though, right? And he's all these other comics and stuff, but yeah, but that's just that's what I prefer as Superman, right? But it's a lot of really good other comics that you could go ahead and enjoy and stuff too. I just like comics in general, though, right? That's what like that's my passion talking about comics and stuff. So if I gotta I could break down some Marvel stuff too. So I'm trying to see which Marvel storylines that I want to get into though, right? And I could also break that down and some stuff from Image though, right? So yeah, so like that's really my versatility. Like I prefer DC, but I can also like break some Marvel stuff. I got a lot of older Marvel stuff too, as Image as well. I got some of the earliest Spawn books as well. I have some Stein comics, but but this movie, I think this is gonna change things with DC. I really do believe this. This movie right here is going to change everything for DC. So just remember back in 2023 where Rachel Brosnahan, Lois Lane, and David Cornsweet, Superman, and then you know what James Gunn does? He does chemistry tests too. Oh yeah, also Ironheart. Yeah, I think that was a pretty decent. I don't know what. Now thinking about it, I'll give the Ironheart a 7. Right? It was a decent show. People was review bombing that though. Just like sometimes it might just be the color of the person's skin though, right? Or the gender. And but it was good. It was a good show. Like people was like, I don't like it because like she's a female, a black female, whatever, right? And you want to review bomb that? That's kind of crazy. So it'd be crazy how if you're a female, oh, it all means you going woke. They see how it's like crazy. But I'm glad. Hopefully this Ironheart continue to have some success. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like that though. Cause now you're just hating though, and then that was obvious why you're review bombing this show, which is crazy. So I mean, I wouldn't do that though, right? And that's what I'm talking about. Like even with this show, even those Snyder guys talk like they're gonna try to review bomb Superman right when it comes out. So that's why sometimes the stuff on Rotten Tomato could be misleading though, right? And all that stuff. But that's why you got like with art, you gotta watch it and stuff, like experience it for yourself though, because they'll do that. They'll review bomb something like that though. But I know like really the topic is Superman though, but Superman being an OG legend of this, though, right? I'm fully confident that this movie will do well, but there's also room for other mediums as well. Like, look, the TV show Ironheart. Don't review bomb that. Give it a chance. Go and look and check it out. It's on Disney Plus. Go and check it out. They started with the first 3 episodes. Look at that, and that's in June. In July you got the Superman movie along with Fantastic Four, right? And if you like Jurassic Park, that's also out in July. and then like in August it's gonna be the Peacemaker, right? Also, so what? Now I'm gonna tell you what. Superman being is a piece of the puzzle, right? I believe it's also going to set the table for the other DCU movies to come after it, though, right? The same thing probably with Batman Begins, right? The same thing with Iron Man 1. It set the table, right? It wasn't an end all be all, it was just a piece of the puzzle. And it's going to set the table and give it a chance, right? So I can't wait to check out Peacemaker, right? So I'm going to have to go and check out the Superman. Right, I've been waiting for this movie, but I will do a review not only on the Superman, but I probably will go and check out the Fantastic Four, just to be fair, right? And say, you know what, if I go and see Fantastic Four and I say it was a good movie, I will give it a credit and say, yeah, it was pretty good. What a comeback for Fantastic Four, because like the previous iterations of the Fantastic Four in the box office hasn't been great. Those right, we could agree to that, and the numbers will back that up. So hopefully, Fantastic Four does well and stuff at the box office. Because the difference between like the other guys, I don't want to see no movie flop, right? Of course, I want to see somebody do better, but I don't want to see no movie flop. No, right? Because there's people still livelihoods is associated with these movies and stuff. You know, so yeah, so I don't like I said, because like if Superman, to remember the health of the comic book industry in the movies, as far as in the movies, right? So if Superman is good, people having a good experience seeing that, they're more likely want to go and see the Fantastic Four. Oh, it's another comic movie coming out later this 2 weeks after Superman. Let's go and check that out because hey, Superman was good. Maybe this another comic movie probably could be good. So that brings new energy into the industry for as comic book movies. You don't want to see one comic book movie suffer and the other one do good. It doesn't, that's unhealthy for the business, right? So you want to see it do good, right? And I don't wish the downfall of none of these. Like I don't want to see no movie flop though, right? Because then that's also helps out the movie theater chain as well. When you have all these blockbusters, look at what people's going to the movies and stuff, right? And supporting the local movie theaters to help keep them in business, right? Even though they make a lot of money off the overpriced concession foods, but that's neither here or there. But yeah, support the characters that we grew up loving, right? That's it. So go out there and support them. If you're a Marvel MCU person, go out and support Fantastic Four. If you're MCU, if you're a DCU person, go out there and support Superman, right? All of that. So I can't wait. So I feel this movie's gonna be that's gonna do really good. Now, just because I feel it's gonna do real good, will it do really good? I don't know. I think it will, but because I think so about it, or see because someone likes it, what they seen at the special screening, doesn't mean it's going to be good. So I'm well aware of that, and I'll take whatever comes with it. But we shall see soon, right? And like I said, I will be here reporting on this movie, giving you a breakdown. I won't go too far into because I don't want to spoil it for them. So I'll tell you what I felt about the movie, give you certain things. So yeah, so maybe since being that I'm gonna go and see it on the 10th, right? So yeah, I try not to spoil it too much. So I would just put in the video like possible spoiler or whatever and stuff. So because I think this movie's gonna be off the chain. I can't wait. Man. I remember in the trailer you seeing Superman doing that 360 heat vision and stuff. That was crazy. Like, and you see the one where you used the remember you was trying to save that dog from that big old kaiju stomping it to death, right? He used a super breath on that though to blow the dog away, right? Because dog was just looking. I said, "Hey, you about to get stepped on, right? You about to become road piece or something. You better move, like." So and yeah, so I can't wait. And it's this other show that got renewed for season 2 on Netflix. Superfly. That's who else's show. I wasn't the craziest fan for it. 'Cause it was kind of different because it was based, I think, in London. So the dialect is different, though, right? So culturally, it was different. For me, whatever. Cause cause it reminded me of that show that used to come on NBC called Heroes, though, right? So that's what it reminds me of. So and also, oh, what else? DCU, they got some animations in the world. You know, we got the My Adventures with Superman. You know, that's season 3. You got Mr. Miracle, which is gonna be rated R, right? Obviously, you got the Harley Quinn stuff. You know, they doing a My Adventures with Green Lantern. You have that. You got Starfire. So they got some animated stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, Superfly by Robert. I mean, I said Superfly. Yeah, Supercell. Pardon me. Who else? But yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of that. Who else? I ain't gonna hold. You know, I ain't gonna hold you. But maybe maybe the second season be much better than the first. Probably because you're gonna see now what's really gonna happen now, right? The continuation. So maybe it'll probably do better. I'm hearing that the Waller show is still proceeding forward, so that's good. And I can't wait for that Lantern show when they do that, right? And and they still moving forward with the Paradise Lost or the on Femascara about So we're gonna see, and they trying to get Wonder Woman movie off the track, right? And the DCU Batman and stuff. So the Brave and the Bold. So we see how all this stuff plays out. But I do know it's gonna be Supergirl next year, along with um Clayface, which Clayface is gonna be rated R. I mean, sometime next year, but I'll double check far as the actual date. But I'm hearing that's coming along too, so I can't wait to check that out, right? Because it's going to start off as True Detective, and then get cosmic. So I can't wait. And I don't know. It's this other Green Lantern who I do like, Joe Maline from Far Sector. Also, I would recommend checking out Absolute Green Lantern. So after I do the Batman Absolute Batman issue 9, I probably bring up the Absolute Green Lantern possibly though, right? But yeah, I can't wait, man. Damn. So who else? I can't wait for this movie to drop. This Superman's special screening, right? And what Superman means to the DCU and to the comic book world, right? And here's the thing, he has a lot going on, right? Because it's not like James Gunn got a clean slate. Because now he's battled against what the DCEU was, right? For better or for worse, he had to navigate through that mess, right? And then so I just hope like overall that he's given an opportunity to give him a fair chance, and people really go out and support the movie, and I think they will. Cause it just feels different this time around. Like with the pre-ticket sales and stuff, it's actually higher than the Batman pre-sales, right? With the Batman pre-sales, I think was like 7.5 million, right? Where Superman's already at 10 million last time I checked. So that's a encouraging sign right there, though. So I think when it's all said and done, easily he's doing over 100+ million domestic weekends. So how far he's going to do, we shall see though. But yeah, I just want to bring this to your attention though, man. Go out. I always just say go out and support this movie. It's a big time movie by DC Superman. Go ahead, check it out. Show your support for DC. Cause like if we don't go out and support the movies, then we'll just only get Batman stuff from right. Even though I don't mind Matt Reeves' work and stuff like that, but listen, we want the DC stuff to continue to thrive and grow. So we got to go out and support these movies, right? Let's not talk about. Let's be about. Go out there, speak with your wallet, because a lot of times, don't be those DCU fans that do all this talking on X, Twitter, whatever social media platform, and don't go out there and support the movies and stuff. Go out there, support the movies, whatever the case may be. Go ahead out and do that. So that's what I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna lead by example. Go out and support the movies and stuff like that. Yes, he finished the strip. Yes, I had posted in Discord. Who else? He did it today. It showed he finished the strip today, so that's already it's done. The script is done now, right? So now they can proceed to whenever it's going to be promised, like when they're going to start the filming and stuff like that. So script is done, all of that. So Batman 2 is good to go. Now, it's good to go and stuff like that. So, so I'm pretty sure it should be another really good movie by Matt Reeves. So yeah, the script is done, and and the DC Studios on to thrive, whatever. So I want to know who Ultraman. Question is, who's Ultraman going to be? Could Ultraman be either a Bizarro? I mean, a clone of Superman. Could he be Hell, right? And stuff like that. Who knows? Could it be another rogue Kryptonian, whatever? I don't know. We're gonna find out when we see the movie who actually Ultraman is. I know who the engineer comes from the Authority, right? But who as hell is like who's that? What's that big globe thing up there? Is that Solaris or Brainiac or whoever that is, right? Who is that? So it's a lot of stuff's gonna be answered and stuff too, right? So like, when would Supergirl show up in this movie? I'm hearing that like that would be trippy, right? If that happened to be in like Henry Cavill, right? Um, Imagine that. Wouldn't that be crazy if that's who it was, right? But I mean, we gonna find out and stuff like who was actually. I can't wait. I can't wait. My boy, who else going to see the movie on the 12th, right? I'm going to see it on the 10th. So which is that's a Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, I believe. And yeah, man, like we have fun. You can enjoy that movie with the family and all that stuff, right? Get your popcorn, your drinks, maybe get a popcorn bucket as well, right? A custom one, right? Because they got so many different ones out, which is good though. So yeah, just go out and enjoy the movie with your fam, whatever. You know, and let's keep this train rolling, baby. So yeah, so that's it's about like I think I probably covered with some like some it was people at the of that scene especially screen they liked it, they couldn't get too much into it because like they all had I believe they had to sign an NDA. Feel me? But yeah, but like you said, it's right around the corner. Can't wait. Like you said, I'm gonna get my out of fit a review about it, and then probably do another video on it, breaking it down and stuff like that. And I will make it my life mission to go and see this movie. Right? Like I said, I'll be ordering my tickets this week. Soon as I get paid too. Like I'm gonna order my tickets. So like I said, once I reach the 300 subscribers, do a giveaway. The winner will receive, you know, a Superman movie ticket, right? Via email. So I just email it, well, whatever, right? Like that. And you just take that, whatever ticket to whatever you're going to take it to, and, whatever. But yeah. So I'm at, last my check, I believe I'm at 267 subscribers. So once I get to the 300 movie ticket, right? And so yeah, so definitely do that. What comment, subscribe, you know, and you can win that movie ticket and stuff too, for real. Feel me? So yeah, man, that's really what I had to say though, man. 'Cause it's like right here, Also, try to avoid spoilers online as well. Because it's people out there want to see them people have no fun, right? They try to spoil everything. So if you can try to avoid the spoilers and stuff, hopefully X can do a different job where it can have something where if you're gonna spoil something, have the thing where it says spoiler, right? Where you can unhide it, where you can unlock if you want to, and then that's on you, right? So I just hope they do something like that with X. But yeah, man, I can't wait. Die Hard. I remember like with 16, 17, reading the death of Superman, and like the effect it had, and then at a lot of comic book shops, they was doing mock funerals for Superman and stuff like that, which was crazy. Which is like, you never see the impact of somebody until they actually go, and you see the impact, the pouring emotion of parents was writing in letters and stuff. Their kids being upset that they killed Superman off. So you after the death of Superman storyline, you had Freedom for a Friend storyline. Then you had the reign of Superman, right? And like all these imposters, Superman, who was the real one, right? And what happened? The Eradicator, one with the goggles, right? Whatever. He had got the Superman body, had him in a healing matrix thing where Superman was The one Superman was healing all this time as black Kryptonian garb, right? He was healing all this time and stuff like that. So yeah. So the Superman made his finally Trump triumphant return, but he wasn't fully powered. So they took the war. He took the battles with Cold City to battle like the Mongol and the evil Superman, the cyborg Superman and stuff like that, which is named Henry Hankshaw, right? And Superman, and this cyborg Superman, or say Henry Hankshaw, always had a vendetta against Superman because because he was always mad at Superman for not saving him and saving his family. And his wife had died, so he always had that anger against Superman, right? I go in the '90s. Go ahead and look it up, right, and stuff like that. So yeah, and I wonder, will Ultraman be? I wonder, will he become down the line Doomsday? Because if you look at the Ultraman costume, that's sort of like a Doomsday garb he has on as well, right? So that could be something where imagine Ultraman eventually morphs into Doomsday. That could be something they play with in the sequel. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I don't know. But yeah, man, I can't wait for this movie though, right? We gonna find out what it's all about though too, right? Y'all just stay tuned, right? This is probably the biggest movie of the summer, right? I'll say it right now. I think it's bigger than Jurassic Park. I'll say it. I think Superman is bigger than is more anticipated than Jurassic Park, right? Yes, less than 2 weeks. I think it's bigger than Jurassic Park, right? The anticipation for a Superman movie, because I don't think it's all or nothing. But that it might seem like it's all or nothing, but you still got projects that's still gonna come, right? Anyway, the shows, right? The movies, all that stuff, right? Like I said, I'm all in for Superman. I'm gonna be there, see the movie day one, regardless. You know, next year I'm gonna be there to see Supergirl. And usually I don't watch horrors, but I believe I will go to movies to watch that Clayface, right? Because I do support the DCU no matter what. I don't care who's behind the helm. I'm gonna support the DCU. That is my goal. I've always been like a DC comic supporter, so I'm gonna do all of that, right? So there's a lot of really big projects in the pipeline by James Gunn and company, though. I trust in James Gunn and Peter Serafinowicz. They gonna get what's done. Zaslav, he knows the business, though, right? He gotta get it together a bit, but they gonna right the ship. All of that. So about like like I said, if Sony want to get these DC IPs, they got to buy the Warner Brothers company thing. If Sony gets it, okay, so whatever, right? But if not, I want my Amazon buying up that DC portion. I mean that Warner Brothers portion, though, right? But damn, I'll be damn. I do not want Disney. Don't let Disney get Warner Brothers. So I rather Amazon, Sony, maybe Universal or somebody. I don't want no Disney though, right? Nah. So could could you imagine that Disney having a Star Wars license along with Marvel and DC? How crazy that would be? Nah, so we don't want that to happen though. We do want a successful Superman movie because that's going to do so much for not only for Warner Brothers but for DC DCU movies going forward and stuff in a TV show. It's like a bit of breath of fresh air and stuff. So that stigma of the DCEU will be gone with this successful Superman movie, right? And stuff like that. And then a good reception from this, though, right? And you're gonna have some of the naysayers to try to knock this movie down, but nah, it's gonna continue to pull ahead and do well. But like I said, that's really what I got right now, though. Feel me? If anybody got any, I don't know, say any questions or whatever, just put them in the chat right now. Whatever. So what are you expecting from this Superman movie? What would you like to see out this Superman movie and stuff? I believe we will be getting a sequel though, and possible a Batman Superman team up, but we will get this before that. Before we see Batman and a team up with Superman, we will get that Brave and the Bold, Batman and Robin. Though we'll get that movie. Okay, a lot of action. Okay. Oh, trust me, you definitely gonna get a lot of action though, right? Oh, that I'm telling you, from what I've been seeing, you definitely gonna get a lot of action on Who Else. I can guarantee you that. You definitely get a lot of action though, right? A lot of man, a lot of stuff. It's not gonna be necessarily a goofy movie, right? It's gonna have its like lighthearted, funny moments, but also with serious, like, but still be serious of what's going on, right? And stuff. So like, if you look at that last little trailer teaser, we said where's the dog? He's just a dog. You said the little ugly dog with the cape under, we would say under his breath, Superman Harris. What you say? So yeah, you see that interaction between those two, where you see the chemistry between this Superman and Lex Luthor. So like, also in the movies, like with acting, chemistry is very important, right? Because it's all about selling the scenes and stuff, and they do a very good job. The two actors, David Corn Sweat and the Luthor guy, right, of selling the scene and stuff. Right? You know what I'm saying? So like, that's the really important part. Like, the movie's not gonna sit well if those chemistry between the actors, though, right? Because then now they're not feeding off each other, though, right? You gotta have the chemistry, though. Else it's just not gonna work. And what James Gunn does, he does chemistry tests, though, which I think is very important. You do chemistry tests when you're doing a movie, you know, and that's very important to have chemistry on a set doing a movie, though, right? Because then now the audience can feel that chemistry. Say, okay, and that just makes it much more enjoyable to see. It's like with the chemistry. So James Gunn, he's pretty good at doing that and stuff like that. So man, the genius of James Gunn will be on full display in the Superman movie and all the other projects that he does, though, right? Man, you could hate it or love it, but it is what it is, man. I think, like you said, the Superman movie is gonna do well. Whether you see it in Dolby Cinema, IMAX, or Real 3D, go ahead and watch the movie, though. Right? That's all I tell you. Go ahead and watch the movie. Don't worry about all these how we say, long-winded so-called podcasters just being biased and hating. Go and see the movie for yourself. Trust me. I'll try to be the voice of reason for y'all. Honest one, right? Because never, I'm not known to be the liar, so I will be honest. With a bit of biasness, right? Because Superman's my guy, right? But I'll be fair though. Feel me? With my review, right? So I'm about to get ready, get out of here though. But I want to just give you my initial thoughts. So as I prepare for this movie when it drops and stuff, right? To go, and I also will post like my movie ticket. Once I get my movie ticket, I will post it as well, right? And like I said, man, I can't wait to check this movie out and stuff. And like, damn, I wish my brother was still alive. I know he'll probably, even though he's a Spider-Man fan, though more Marvel, but he probably would have checked out the Superman like movie though. Feel me? But yeah, so I'll go ahead and check this out, whatever, right? And stuff like that. So that's gonna be that, And like like I said, as far as with this channel, what I'm doing with my channel is like you gonna get Superman and DC Comics related stuff, right? Being stuff for the comic books, TV shows and movies, you're gonna get that from here. I might throw some other stuff that's non DC stuff, like maybe some Image stuff, Image Skybound, whatever. Maybe a little bit of Marvel, but mainly it's gonna be like Superman and DC Comics stuff. You're gonna get here, right? So takes on that. That's what I'm gonna do. So look out for my movie review of this Superman though, coming soon, as well as the movie is coming soon. So you'll get that from me, most definitely. So man, I can't wait. I think what was it? I think I remember going to see Superman Returns in the movie theater. Yeah, I remember. I think I might have took my mom to see that movie back in the day. I appreciate who else appreciate it, right? So yeah, man. I know my man. Who else he gonna see it? I'm gonna see it. Go and support Ironheart. Give that young black woman a chance. Don't hate. Don't review bomb. Give the show a chance. If you after you watch it, you don't like it, fine. Like we could be kind and not like something at the same time. We don't have to be rude, right? If you don't like it, let's be respectful though, right? You know, let's not make derogatory racist comments. If you don't like it, you just don't like it. Boom, right? So a lot of times in this community, right, we deal with comics, especially heroes of a different color, race, right, creed, whatever. People could be, toxic. And you don't have to be. If you don't like it, fine, cool. Just say why you don't like it. We will have a conversation with someone. Well, this is why I don't like. I wish I get this and that. You know, but too much like derogatory, toxic stuff he said that which is it's uncalled for though, right? So, like, you know, which shows a lack of vocabulary, right? So yeah, I can't wait. Like, I'm interested to see what episode 4 is gonna be. As Ironheart, though, right? But yeah, I'm about to get out of here. Appreciate all of y'all that came through. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends about the show. I probably could do like a like semi podcast, I guess you call this. At least once a week, whatever. One thing I do, I will never like even I will never try to go head again against my peoples, whatever, right? Even though we had some disagreements, but I won't necessarily try to go head to head with them necessarily, though, right? I'll probably pick a day, maybe I don't know, like a certain day, whatever. Just go into a podcast, whatever, and stuff. So, or sometimes it could just be like a spur of the moment thing. I just do it though, like whatever. Like some big news happened, then I might have to go live and like talk about that, whatever though, right? Sometimes the best things are unplanned, right? Where you just go and shoot, like say shoot for the hip, whatever, and then that's authentic right there and stuff like that. So yeah, man, definitely check the Superman movie out. Right, DC has a lot of products, not only in like in film and TV shows, but also in other stuff like in comic books. Check out DC Comic Books. It's a lot of good comics from DC, and also Marvel, Image, all these other ones, all these other independent stuff as well. So whatever you like it is, go ahead and check it out. Let's continue to support the comic book industry as a whole and stuff like that. So that's all I mean, that's all I ask though, right? You know? Like be fair in how you critique and judge something, right? And be respectful though, right? You know what I'm saying? It should be no hate when we talking about the things that necessarily that we love, right? Comic books, movies and stuff. We could all could agree to disagree without, disrespecting one another and stuff like that, without getting toxic, right? On various names, this and that, right? We all could do that though, right? Let's be mature about a lot of stuff. Like we can have civil conversations about things, even though you don't agree with said person, whatever. You could do that, right? Let's show some growth. Some may not do that, but let's try to show some growth and maturity about how we conduct ourselves and in these settings and stuff like that. Be the bigger person, right? And stuff like that. So man, so who else always come through? Like the queen of 2K gaming, she always step through. Like when I post my video, she checks through. So I appreciate all those come through. So like I'm gonna try to do something for my loyal ones too. Do something for them as well. Not necessarily in a raffle, but the loyal ones that come through and show love. I want to do something for them as well and stuff like that. Feel me? So yeah, man. So this is me right here. So I'm gonna give you, like I said, these honest takes though, best of my ability though, right? Now we always could be wrong though. Later on, some new information come out. Oh damn, I was wrong about that though. But at the time, I always try to be like come out and be honest because I want to take it seriously. I want to be considered credible, right? So that happens over time. Being consistent and honest with yourself and with your audience though, and knowing that you don't know everything, right? And I'm not always gonna be right. It's times I could be wrong, but me being wrong what you're gonna look at is that I was still honest, though. I just turned out to be wrong, though, right? See what I'm saying? So it's something different. Telling a blatant lie or you're being honest. I think, well, in my honest opinion, I think such is going to happen. Then it doesn't happen. Okay, yeah, I was wrong, but I would still be honest and sincere with my audience. And so that's always what I'm strive to do is stand on principles and whatever I believe in. Right? A person, I'm gonna stand for something. Those that don't stand for nothing or fall for anything, though. Right? So yeah. So that's been definitely always stand on principle because you always know it's always good to know where a person stands though, right? I'm not gonna flip flop. That's not me. Even the Bible says God said I wish you was either hot or cold. He said lukewarm I was spit out, right? So yeah, that's what it in the Bible. So even God don't like flip floppers. Feel me? You know, he rather you on one side or the other. You know, that's just me. So I'm gonna stand firm, like I said, on what I believe in all the time. Feel me? But yeah, man, I appreciate everyone that came through and showed love out here too. Right? I mean, like I said, man, as what Z used to say, I mean, I couldn't do it without the chat. Feel me? As Z used to always say that. Yeah. So yeah, it's just like how my mom's raised me, right? You know, she raised me to like be honest and stuff like that. Sometimes it's better to use honey than vinegar. You know, and what meaning is like you can say the same thing without malice. So like it's saying if I don't like this food, right, I would say, man, that food is garbage. No, I would say, well, I don't really like that food because maybe it had maybe a little bit too much salt, right, for my liking. See that? See what I'm saying? I'm not, and at the same time, when I'm saying that, I'm not dissing nobody, right? But sometimes people don't filter what they say, you see what I'm saying? So yeah, but yeah, like, overall, man, like on his like try to make it on his YouTube. They some videos it hit and some don't, but you gotta keep on pushing forward. I mean, never give up because like even if you walk 1,000 miles or drive 1,000 miles, you'll still get there regardless though. So you just gotta keep pushing forward. So I'm learning that, right? And on the road to monetization, to get monetized, though, right? So I'm gonna keep pushing for that, no matter what. I don't know. Should I get what game anybody playing tonight? I might try to get back on some Street Fighter 6 or whatnot, and I don't know. But let me know. And who else? What games you get? What's the latest games you been playing? Who else? And so, cause like even though we read the comic books and movies, we also gamers too. So let me know who's still in the chat what games they playing. Cause I'm just letting you know. To anybody out in the chat, I'm getting at Madden 26. So I mean, whoever went to smoke at Madden 26, it's your turn. It's a chance to step up. Cause I'm getting a Madden 26 when it come out. So like whoever went that smoke at Madden 26, hey, let me know. Oh, you on a pro? What you playing on a pro? Who else? Oh, Days Gone okay. I didn't get the remaster one, but I got Days Gone on PC. It's probably like a little $10 upgrade on PC. Now I got RoboCop on already on a PC. I gotta get back into playing that RoboCop though. But yeah, I have that though, right? And stuff. So yeah. So yeah. So RoboCop's decent. So I got the old school Double Dragon. I got that though. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'll probably do some content on the Stellar Blade demo though, right? Cause like when it goes on sale, I'll probably be interested in trying to get it though, right? The Stellar Blade. But yeah, I'll probably just do like a playthrough of the demo and like stream that or upload that video, whatever, and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's my whole thing right there. I'll probably do that though. It's like coming weeks. So probably get some games that's on sale on Steam. Oh, so it's free on PlayStation Plus. I wish I could download these games on my PC from PlayStation Plus though, but they don't allow you to do that. Which I I wish Sony would allow you to do that though, right? And yeah, but I can't though. But you could let me know how the Suicide Squad is though, right? But yeah, okay. So yeah, man. So that's all about it. We about to wrap this up though. We been up in this piece a whole hour. Who else? Philby, Philby. So yeah. So I appreciate everyone came through. But yeah, man. Like I said, like Superman is upon us like 2 weeks or so. Let's go out and support this movie. And I'll be back with another one. Let me see. Well, I'll probably just drop some like um video game like content or some big news break. I'll probably do something on that. Okay, yeah. So I know you try to say trash though, right? Yeah, I know. Okay, but I might try to get back into the Gotham Knights or the Arkham thing and check the probably play some of that too. I need to check out. I need to see if they get that prototype on sale on PC and whatnot. But okay, I want to say, I appreciate all of y'all coming out. We over the hour mark. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share it out, tell your friends about it. I'll be back with another one. I'm out of here. One. I appreciate you. Who else?